Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a journey straight into the hidden architecture of your own mind. We're diving deep into a psychological conflict that affects absolutely every single one of us. It's this profound mystery of why our brains so often choose comfort, even when we know that very same comfort is actively destroying our future potential. So, let's dive into this and uncover the invisible forces shaping our lives.
I want you to just imagine waking up every single day, just going through the motions. You follow the exact same routine, you watch the same shows, you scroll through the exact same apps. You dream, maybe pretty vividly, about a better future, a totally different life, but you never actually take that first step. It's a pretty relatable modern trap, isn't it? We're in perpetual motion, yet we're entirely standing still.
So let me ask you a question. What is the absolute biggest obstacle in your life right now? What if I told you that the ultimate barrier standing between you and your goals isn't fear? It's not a fear of failure, and it's definitely not just bad luck.
It's comfort that is the stark reality. Comfort feels incredibly peaceful, right? It feels safe, warm, and entirely harmless. But hidden right beneath that cozy surface is actually one of the most powerful and debilitating psychological traps ever created. And honestly, the worst part? Your brain genuinely thinks it's doing you a massive favor.
Section 1. The invisible trap. Your brain thinks it's protecting you. Now look, we're not here to argue that comfort is inherently evil or bad. Obviously, we all need to rest, but we are going to explore how this ancient survival mechanism inside your head is actively, yet very quietly, sabotaging your modern potential. And to really understand this, we have to look backward. We need to travel back in time, roughly 100,000 years. We are essentially running on hardware that was designed for a completely different environment.
Imagine you're an early human out in the wild. The reality was incredibly harsh. Food is constantly scarce. Predators are literally everywhere, just waiting in the brush. And a harsh winter isn't just an inconvenience, it could actually kill you. Every single unnecessary action you take burns precious, irreplaceable calories. In this brutal world, saving energy wasn't laziness, it was a literal matter of survival.
The humans who avoided unnecessary risks were the ones who lived longer. Their children survived, and their genes continued. Over thousands of generations, natural selection hardwired this exact question into our brains. Can I avoid spending energy? Your brain is basically a highly evolved energy-conserving machine. But here's where the glitch happens. Ancient physical danger versus modern psychological discomfort. Your brain cannot perfectly distinguish between the two. When you think about starting a business, giving a public speech, or talking to someone you admire, these aren't life-threatening situations. But your ancient brain reacts as if a predator is actively chasing you. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and your mind creates a dozen excuses to just retreat.
Section 2. The neurological loop. Let's look at the actual science behind why retreating into a comfortable distraction like watching a video feels so much easier than doing the hard work, and how the brain actively tricks itself into feeling safe.
This brings us to negative reinforcement. Psychologists use this term to describe what happens when you escape something uncomfortable. The moment you do, your anxiety immediately drops, and your brain registers that drop in anxiety as a massive reward. It learns that avoiding problems feels really good. I want to validate you here for a second. You aren't weak, and you aren't lazy. Your brain is just highly efficient at learning how to find relief.
So the crucial point is understanding exactly how this cycle plays out in real time. First, you face an uncomfortable trigger, say a really difficult project. Second, you choose avoidance. You open up social media instead. Third, you get instant relief and a reward, meaning the stress momentarily vanishes. And fourth, you've just reinforced a habit. Because this process is completely automatic, it causes us to postpone difficult work, stay in bad relationships, and totally ignore our deepest dreams without even consciously choosing to do so. And because nothing terrible happens immediately when you avoid these things, your brain totally believes it made the right decision. But eventually, your comfort zone becomes your prison. Thousands of tiny, seemingly harmless, comfortable choices slowly compound. And before you know it, they've created a life of profound regret. Section 3. The modern environmental mismatch. Our ancient ancestors had to aggressively search for comfort. But us, we are absolutely drowning in it.
Just look around at the environment we navigate every single day. Unlimited entertainment right at our fingertips. Instant food delivered straight to our doors. One-click shopping. Infinite scrolling. Endless notifications.
We are just bombarded with an overwhelming, entirely effortless stream of modern stimuli. All of this creates what we call easy dopamine. Your brain is receiving constant, massive rewards without you having to exert any real effort at all. This constant flooding of the reward system severely warps our perception of what effort should actually feel like. Because these rewards are unearned, they completely distort reality.
The contrast is wild. Real achievement is slow. It takes time, sweat, and a lot of persistence. But instant pleasure is incredibly fast. Because your brain is constantly comparing hard work to the instant, unearned pleasures of modern life, anything that requires actual effort starts to feel unusually, almost artificially difficult. Real achievement suddenly feels just way too slow to even bother with.
Which leads us to this incredibly powerful realization. Comfort protects you from pain, sure, but it also protects you from growth. Think about your muscles. If you never ever exercise them, they don't just stay the same, they atrophy, they become weaker. The exact same thing happens to your courage, your resilience, and your discipline when you constantly shield them with a heavy blanket of comfort.
Section 4. The psychological escape plan. So, how do highly successful people break this negative reinforcement cycle? I'll let you in on a little secret. They aren't fearless. Not at all. They feel the exact same ancient anxieties that you do. They just train their brains differently.
They deeply understand this one core mindset shift. Comfort today creates discomfort tomorrow. Escaping that difficult conversation today just means the relationship suffers tomorrow. Skipping the hard work today means struggling to pay the bills tomorrow.
And they flip that equation. Temporary discomfort today creates freedom tomorrow. Every difficult conversation you have, every workout you endure, every single time you risk failure, you are teaching your brain a brand new lesson. You are building genuine, earned confidence. Think about the progression of doing anything hard. On day 1 of doing something new, it's absolutely terrifying. But by day 30, your brain is already adapting. That negative reinforcement loop is breaking. By day 90, what was once scary is just completely normal. And by day 365, you are fully confident. You build confidence not by waiting around until you magically feel ready, but by forcing yourself to act before you are ready. Your brain has to slowly adapt to the new baseline. So, the most crucial point to take away from this explainer is this. Your brain evolved to keep you alive, not to reach your full potential. Comfort is not your enemy, but living inside it permanently absolutely is. Every meaningful achievement in human history began with someone choosing temporary discomfort over permanent comfort.
I really want to leave you with a question to ponder. Look inward for just a moment. What comfortable habit is quietly stealing your future?
Because the absolute truth is, the life you actually want exists just outside the comfort zone your ancient brain is so desperately trying to protect. If you enjoyed this explainer and love discovering the hidden psychology behind human behavior, be sure to hit subscribe. We're going to keep bringing you the structured knowledge you need to understand the instincts controlling our modern lives. Until next time, stay curious.